I feel like we should do this in like the morning news headlines style kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just come off real fast. Welcome to Sense Noise podcast about photography. I'm Andrew, joined as always by Arthur. Arthur, how are you doing today?
I am mad because somebody decided 5 p.m. meetings are something that are acceptable to do. So yeah, I have one of those in 47 minutes because I guess that's what we're doing now.
Yeah. Well, yep. Anyway, news headlines. Dun, 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 dun. DaVinci Resolve is now a photo editor.
Yeah, it sure is. Like I appreciate.
What do you think? How do you think Adobe is reacting?
Adobe's probably freaking out internally.
Yeah.
Because DaVinci is already a big problem for Adobe.
I say Blackmagic is probably one of the few companies that could eat their lunch in this way.
Yes, because they already do in video editing lately. So now they're coming in photo editing. I am okay. Why
is
did they make
Blackmagic's thing just that their hardware is expensive enough that it subsidizes the?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
they make all the money off of hardware.
And the full feature version of DaVinci Resolve is only $295.
That's correct. Yep.
For a piece of software at this level is extremely cheap. So yeah,
it's still less than Final Cut. Right, Final Cut's $299.
Yeah. Adobe doesn't have hardware to subsidize there.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, DaVinci makes their money from hardware. But what I'm curious about with this thing, so they also have like tether capture and stuff. They have all the features you would want. But why is it in Resolve and not? Why didn't they make another app?
Yeah.
Sure you could share the like code base or whatever, because a lot of the editing features are the same as Resolve, which is part of the draw. So if you already know how to do color correction in Resolve and like build LUTs and stuff in there, you can just do that in photo mode too, which is pretty cool.
Maybe their product folks got confused that they are using a monorepo for development. And they're like, oh, so does it just all have to be in the same thing?
Yeah, it could be.
It's odd because well, it results in, if you're like me, you end up downloading a piece of software that like half of it will not be used, because I don't do video stuff. So,
Yeah.
I
don't know. I think that it's a good idea for them to get into this. However, I think they should break it out into another app. But I do wonder, did they make their own Camera Raw engine? Because if so, now that would make 3 Camera Raw engines, right? Just like Adobe's and Apple's and I guess DaVinci's if they made their own. Unless they're licensing it from somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. Good question.
So that could be interesting too, if it's actually its own engine.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so far from what I've seen, this happened a couple weeks ago at this point. People seem generally pleased with this. And I mean, if you look at the screenshots of it, like it looks like Lightroom.
Yeah.
They got the film strip view. They got all the adjustments on the side. I mean, I don't know how else you would make a photo editor like this, but it sure looks like Lightroom to me.
Yep. Next, we have another app. A photographer has built his own tethering app to solve subscription fatigue. It's called Tether Studio. It's $100.
Yep.
Professional tethered capture with Smart Cull AI, Art Director mode, and 2900 plus camera support.
Yeah, so in professional worlds, a lot of people shoot tethered. And Aperture used to support this, but of course Aperture's gone. So that leaves you basically with just Adobe, and I think Capture One can do it for some cameras as
Capture
well.
One can, yeah.
But you have to, those require a subscription, right? There's no way to just purchase it and own it. This guy said, well, surely this can't be that hard. And turns out it's kind of really not that hard. So he made a tethering app. It's $99 and you can tether for as long as you want to your camera.
Yeah.
And it works with basically every camera that anyone uses in these applications.
I would say he's got a list of cameras, but basically, as long as your camera speaks PTP over USB, which
pretty much all of them do.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll work. So, yep.
And I do like the culling, the AI assisted culling stuff that he's got in there too. That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
So it can help you if you have a huge batch. It can help you kind of cull them like Lightroom does, but it's all one price, which is very nice. More of this, folks.
Yep.
This is how you make friends in the software industry these days. If you want people to like you, one-time purchase software that doesn't expire. People will be your best friend.
Now we have next we have an app for the phone called Second View.
So this one, I'm curious what you think about this one because you shoot more film.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of targeted at you.
All-in-one assistant device for analog photographers. Not only does it include mainstay functions like a light meter and exposure timer, but it also includes a LiDAR distance scale, parallax correction, and film stock reciprocity correction.
Yes.
Interesting. Probably more than I really need because I'm, I guess, not really getting this technical when I'm shooting. But
I think it's mostly designed for like landscape people.
It sure looks like it. Yes.
Yeah. So the idea, like, it gives you a bunch of analog, like, film photography tools in an iPhone app, so you don't have to carry another thing.
Yeah.
It looks like the ideal way to use it is to like use a small rig and kind of mount it to your hot shoe on your camera.
Yep.
And then you can see all of the shooting information, which is kind of neat. I actually think it's pretty useful.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into that.
Yeah.
Now, this does go against what we were saying previously. It is a subscription because, of course, it is.
Mm-hmm.
$15 a year, which isn't terrible, but I don't know.
Yep.
Just get a
no, this seems like the application that seems to be being used for here is a panoramic camera, which I can see the appeal of. But like you said, it seems targeted towards like landscape photography kind of thing. Because like I can't think of when parallax correction would really be necessary for me. So
yeah.
Anyway,
once you start thinking about building a gaming PC, you don't stop wanting to wring Sam Altman's neck with your bare hands, and that continues. With Apple raising the Mac Mini starting price because it seems they can't buy enough RAM for the cheap one.
Well, and I think so. They raised the starting price, and then I think they also basically did so by axing the base model.
Yeah, they axed the base model. So they didn't actually raise the price. They just cut the $599 model. Because there's not enough RAM. And they also stopped selling the 256 gig Mac Studio, I think, as well.
Yes, and they've also, I believe this was as of a couple days ago, they have now also, the M3 Ultra Max Studio is now available only in a 96 gig RAM configuration with the higher tier options eliminated. The Mac Mini, the M4 Pro model, now maxes out at 48 gigs of RAM. You're no longer able to choose the 64 gig option. And the regular M4 Mac Mini can only go up to 24 gigs of RAM because the 32 gig option has been removed. And then, yes, they removed the 256 gig SSD storage base option, which effectively raised it from $599 to $799. So I suppose it's...
I mean, I know why they're doing it, and I get it, and I understand. If any Mac model has to suffer because of the RAM shortage, it should be these desktops.
Well, and I guess it also seems like, I don't know, maybe this is me. It feels a little more honest that they're just getting rid of the configurations that they can't really supply rather than like raising the price for them.
Yeah. It's more honest that way.
Yeah.
And really, it keeps the models that people actually buy in stock too.
Yeah.
Right? They're not saying, well, all of our capacity is reduced.
Yeah.
They're saying MacBook Pros will continue to be available, and we're going to make the desktops suffer because nobody buys the desktops.
The thing is that I think people did buy the base Mac Mini a decent amount.
Well,
but,
for OpenClaw, they did.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yep.
Prior to funny because buying those things.
512 gig RAM Mac Studios are now on eBay for like $32,000 or something ridiculous.
By the way, if you have that kind of money and you're listening to this, don't be an idiot. Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't spend $32,000 on a Mac Studio.
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, right. You can send it to us. We can be bought.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's more important that they continue to sell like the MacBook Neo for $599 than it is to sell the Mac Mini for $599.
Yeah.
So if that's the
have they considered like salvaging a bunch of DDR2 and 3 from like old Intel Macs?
I wonder how much is out there.
Next we have April 2026 updates to Photoshop and Lightroom, which focus on speed.
There's a couple of things I wanted to point out, which I think are kind of interesting. So the AI assisted culling, I think, is out of beta now.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, I mean, I've used it a bunch. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They added a couple of very, very interesting tools to Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
So one is this new thing that helps you remove. I think they had like a demo of this before. You can like remove reflections from windows and from lights.
Yeah,
and that's in there now, which is very interesting. And then this one I think is wild. There is rotate object. Have you seen this?
Yeah, is this rotate
so if you have like a
object
picture of a 2D object, you can just rotate it.
Which scene. So that's got to be doing generative stuff.
It has
basically
to be doing generative stuff.
Render that, yeah. But
it seems like it's not that bad, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Well, this
if
is
you try
maybe
to
one
go
of those
too
cases.
Far, it looks bad, but if you go like a few degrees, it's probably fine.
Yeah, this is probably one of those cases where, because the scope of the generative, AI usage is so tight that it can actually be, get good results, because there's just less room for randomness, basically.
Yeah. This is also one area where Adobe's approach to generative AI is a little better than the others, and their training data is better because they have very meticulously tagged stock images of specific things, and that's what they're trained on.
Yeah.
So their training data set for images in particular is much higher quality than just like scraping a bunch of crap off of the internet.
Right.
So that lets them do stuff like
their generative model can first do like object recognition and say, this is a photo of a big black boot, and then it can, go through Adobe stock or whatever and find images of big black boots, and
Like I bet if you go and look on Adobe stock for black boot, there's probably 10,000 images on there of a black boot that you can look at.
Are you saying that you, for example, don't agree with Cloudflare's AI, use of generative AI, where they basically laid off like 20% of their staff today because they're like, oh, it's not a cost thing. It's literally just that we're trying to lead as like an AI driven company, and that we are setting the standard that means that you just lay off 1/5 of your staff.
Oh, cool! I didn't see that, but cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, they laid off 1,100 people. It says here, today's actions are not a cost-cutting exercise or an assessment of individuals' performance. They are about Cloudflare defining how a world-class, high-growth company operates and creates value in the agentic AI era. And the way that you do that is by laying off 1/5 of your staff, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
so I have a question.
Defining how. Yeah.
So I have a question for these people. When nobody has a job anymore, who do you suppose is going to buy your stuff?
Yeah. Great question.
That's my question for them.
Yeah.
Like, if nobody has a job and nobody works anymore, who's buying your services that you're making with all this AI?
Also, as someone who has used Cloudflare stuff, do you really think that an AI is going to figure out how to configure your services?
No. No, I don't.
Like, you're gonna you can't automate it anyway. It's ridiculous. So
yeah.
Also, apparently they built a new version, a different, introducing M-Dash, the spiritual successor to WordPress, because that's what we needed. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
Cloudflare, keep your eye on the ball, please.
The Widelux is real. Apparently.
The Widelux. Yep. Jeff Bridges Wide Lux Revival costs $4,400 and ships by the end of 2026. Yeah, I mean, it's a very bespoke kind of camera. Yeah.
So. I mean, I didn't think that they were going to release it at all, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
So the fact that you can actually get one is pretty astounding.
Yep. Yeah.
They also do call out in their release that there's more it's designed more serviceably. So you can actually get replacement parts and fix it. They have a warranty, and they also say that they will produce all replacement parts so that you can maintain it and keep repairing it as it goes, which is pretty cool. So they actually seem to be really committing to this thing in a way that I don't think I expected.
How can I see it? Okay, it says the initial run is limited to 350 cameras, of which currently 63 remain available. So not bad. Yeah.
No, not bad at all.
Yeah.
They're almost sold out. But see, this is the reason that they can do this is because Jeff Bridges, he just wants this camera.
Right. Yeah.
He's not particularly interested in making a business out of it, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to use it, so he's like, let's figure out how to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might rent one of these at some point. It seems very interesting to try.
Yeah.
And probably more reliable than finding an old Wide Lux F8.
I confirm that this is a customized product and that the statutory right of withdrawal under Section 312G21 of the German Civil Code does not apply.
What?
All right, that's a box you got to check when you.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so I think that means you can't cancel the order.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see.
We have a new lens alert.
Sort of.
Nikon.
We've Nikon has issued a lens warning.
Yeah. Nikon. Yeah. So this is something they actually haven't done very much, which is they've teased a lens that they are developing, I guess.
Well, they've announced that they are developing a lens.
Yeah.
And that it will be available at some point.
Tell me about this. The thing that I see that I noticed right off the bat is that it has a yellow ring.
So it has a yellow ring.
Yeah.
They are building it is a 120 to 300 millimeter f2.8 constant aperture lens with a built-in teleconverter 1.4x. So one, very interesting that it is a constant 2.8 throughout the entire range. That is really, really interesting. And 120 to 300 is a pretty big range. I mean, they don't have any. I mean, they have zooms in that range, but nothing this wide. You'd have to go to their primes, like the 300 prime or the 400 prime.
Right. Yep.
And then also the fact that it has the built-in teleconverter is very cool as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they have pictures of it, so it's obviously real. It can't be that far away.
And it is noted that this is they basically made a lens like this before in F mount. So, yeah.
But this is kind of the ideal plane spotting lens, to be honest.
Yeah, 120 300 with a selectable teleconverter skin.
Yeah. I'm interested in it. I'm sure it will be $12,000 though.
Yes.
These are not cheap.
The F mount lens was $9,500.
Yeah, so this is going to be $12,000 or $13,000 probably.
Yeah.
Rentable, sure, but
rentable,
I wouldn't buy one, I don't think.
I mean, this is a serious lens because it has a metal nameplate screwed into it.
That's how you know. And the yellow ring on the end makes a return.
Yeah.
It says teleconverter built in on it, which is very funny. As if you weren't aware of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anytime they try to put feature marketing on the lens itself is funny to me. Other than putting the actual specs. Like saying 120 to 300, sure, so you know what it is.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh, and it's got a teleconverter.
Top comment on the Petapixel article for this is every day I see 50 different things that remind me that I wish I had money.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Still
looks great.
Very
Probably
cool.
I will never be able to have it, but
No. Well, once the next mount comes out, then we can afford them. Maybe
when people are just throwing them in the trash.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else we got here? We have this. Oh, I wanted to talk about the X half, which is much maligned. A lot of people complain about the X half.
Yeah.
But like,
I complain about it because it's not what I wanted.
Yeah. And I think that's the complaint that a lot of people have, is that it's not what they wanted. But that doesn't mean it's bad. So something interesting is that right now, I believe on a bunch of retailers, it is $550 instead of $849.
A much more approachable price. Yes.
Yeah, $550 is closer to probably what it should have cost to start with.
Yeah.
But our friend Lily says that she got one and loves this thing. It's exactly what she wanted. So I had lent her my X100 for like a year, and it was just too big for what she wanted to do with it. And I agree, like that's my biggest problem with the X100 is that it's kind of large and heavy for what it is. But this is kind of just like a small X100. And sure, the pictures aren't as good, but it's really small and easy to carry around.
Yeah.
So now at $550, it's a much more attractive device.
Yeah.
I wonder if it will. I think this is a camera that will, in a few years, come to be like a cult classic kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, and it's, it's certainly unique, being that it's a portrait-oriented, and has the goofy pretend film window thing. So, yeah.
Look, if they put the film window on a new version of the X Pro, everyone would lose their minds. So don't malign the film window.
Here's the thing. I would probably buy one.
Oh, right. Exactly.
But one thing, I don't know, did you know that on a camera like this or the X100, aperture is basically your main tool for controlling depth of field?
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
It's basically your main tool. So you can shoot wide open at f2, and you get that nice blurry background with your subject popping out. But, if you stop it down to f8 or f11, suddenly way more of the scene is in focus. It's really one of those settings that looks small on paper, but it makes a really obvious difference in shots once you start playing with it.
Yeah. This from I think this is like a Threads post or something.
Post. Of course, it's a Threads post.
Yeah. Which I'm amused by the thought of someone who has an X100 and doesn't know about aperture. Yeah.
No, this is clearly like, okay, every post on Threads is engagement bait.
Yeah.
The problem is people are so good at it that I can't tell if they're like.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's credulous or not. Like, if you said like, well, I didn't know, and I'm making content for people who may not know, and it's like, okay, I guess, you know. But like, again, are there people out there buying an X100 who don't know about aperture?
I mean, yes, there are. There's dentists out there, Andrew.
Well, okay, fair enough. I was going to say, but the price of admission is pretty high. If you're not a dentist, you probably know what you're doing if you're getting an X100.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Oh, also, are you going to get the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III digital camera kit 30th anniversary graphite limited edition?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
I
didn't realize they made a new. Is that any different than the old one, or is it just a limited edition?
No, it's graphite. Of course it's different. Okay. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Also, one quick other quick item here. Eastman Kodak has announced that they are going to produce, or I guess rather distribute themselves, 4x5 and larger format versions of many of the films that they took back distribution of, which is good because initially, it was just 35 and 120. So yeah,
got it.
They're just further subsuming, I don't know what is the point of Kodak Alaris now. Go away.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I did also want to say, we talked before about I'm Back, right? Which is this digital film back for the camera.
Still begging them to get a better name. But
their name is impossible to search. Yeah. So one problem with that is that
Google's generative AI is like, I'm back is a statement that someone makes when they've returned. You're like, no, stop it.
So a problem
I have
with
to tell you,
iMac,
like from a work thing, putting part numbers into Google results in some very
it's gotta
amusing
be
AI
useless
summary
at this
results.
point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, one problem is, how do you activate the digital sensor before the shutter opens?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does it know that you're about to click the shutter button?
Mm.
Well, what they've done here is they've built a new accessory that
Mm-hmm.
it's a like a soft shutter button that like
Mm-hmm.
screws into your shutter, and then
Ah.
it has a button in it that detects when you're pressing it,
Mm-hmm.
and then tells the sensor to activate with a little cable, or I think it's Bluetooth actually. I think it's got a little antenna or something.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, this is their solution: is a button that screws into your button.
Interesting.
To
I suppose. I mean, it's probably the most seamless way to do this.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, listen, guys, you just get a Fujifilm camera. You know they make digital cameras, right?
They make digital cameras that look like film.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're out there.
think,
famously so. They're out
like,
there.
I think I'm Back is interesting. I think it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
But I just do not understand why you would purchase this and not just get a digital camera. Like, you just have two cameras.
Because in my experience, both as an analog camera owner and as someone who knows a lot of analog camera owners, they're not really people out there who are like, man, I love my Minolta X700, but I really wish that it took digital photos instead of film.
No, I don't think anybody's asking that.
Yeah. I do like that they've included an electrical diagram of the switch, which is just
in case you were
it's a switch.
In case you were confused, how
it has an input and an output terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This project is perplexing to me. I guess somebody wants it.
The sync button add-on is a small additional button that can screw into the cable release threads of cameras that have one. The company also suggests another version may be possible without the thread, presumably to be glued onto cameras without a threaded shutter.
Yeah,
button.
perfect.
Yeah, great.
At $38 also. Come on, guys. We don't need
Ploopy Bean.
Ploopy Bean.
Ploopy Bean.
Y'all like the I saw this because we've talked about pointing devices and extra peripherals. People love the little nub mouse from the ThinkPad.
Yeah.
And what if you could have one of those
now,
on
I want to say
machine?
People here implying, more than one person, but not necessarily millions. Could be from 2 to,
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a little mouse that has the nub instead of a mouse.
So this basically stays put on
stays put. It's like a trackball kind of thing.
Okay, interesting. But it has the nubbin instead of the thing.
And it uses a high precision magnetic sensor for the nub to detect it.
So this is interesting, but the problem with this is that it has a 3D printed case, and I feel like yeah.
And they didn't even, for the show models, they didn't even bother to like sand and use body filler or anything.
Yeah, right.
To try to make it look nice.
And it's like, I get it, but if you're charging $70 for this, you should. I mean, here's the thing. I know from my job, it's really not that hard to go out and get injection molded plastic stuff.
Or if you're gonna 3D print it, like resin print it.
Yeah, right.
Like use a nicer printer to make these parts more durable.
Yeah.
Like that, it looks like it's just standard FDM, which will be not very durable.
Yes, I'd like to introduce these folks to Xometry.com.
I mean, PCBWay will do this for you.
That too, yes.
You don't even need anything complicated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You literally just upload like a step file, and they'll anyway.
But this company Ploopy also has other
Ploopy.
They have a mouse and they have a knob. And they have several trackballs that are along the same line.
So they have a this is so they have a knob.
Yeah.
Some balls.
Yeah, that's right.
And then this is the bean.
That's the bean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we're meant to take this enterprise seriously.
Allegedly, yeah.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
They also have open source headphones that use a Raspberry Pi.
And they're called Ploopy.
They're called Ploopy. That's correct. Yep.
They do have Nano 2 trackball. What if a trackball was very small?
Isn't that like against the entire point of the track? Like it's supposed to be large.
Yeah, I feel like Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm missing the point of trackballs. I just thought they were supposed to be big.
Honestly, what this looks like to me is someone who's just having a lot of fun in SolidWorks.
Yeah, it does.
Because all these things are basically 3D printed. It's like they figured out how to do curves and splines in SolidWorks, and they're like, oh, hell yeah.
No, there's no way they're using SolidWorks. Come on, they're on Onshape.
Fusion, yeah.
Yeah, or Fusion 360.
Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to say, if you're having trouble buying a DJI Osmo Pocket 4 because they're banned in the US, you may remember this brand called Extra, which seems to sell exactly the same thing as the DJI cameras, but in the US.
Yeah.
And so they have the 4 now.
Yeah, which is the Extra Muse 2 and 2 Pro.
That's right.
Yeah.
How did they do this? I still don't understand how they get away with this. It's like so.
I don't know.
Obvious.
It's amusing.
I don't understand how they get away with it.
I have to imagine they're gonna at some point somebody's gonna step in, right? Like the FTC or something will be like, hey.
My guess is the way they're doing it is it's a US based company, and they basically have an OEM relationship with DJI.
Yeah.
Right. So DJI is just doing an OEM for them. And then they're selling them in the US. But they're not even trying.
Yeah,
I'm looking at I'm looking at the kit, the carrying bag, the camera itself, the cables, the batteries. The only difference is the stitching is blue instead of red. Everything else is identical.
Worth noting that the company behind Extra is called Veritas Tech LLC.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not feeling the Veritas here. Yeah.
And they're in Delaware, and they only ship on Shopify, which is how you know it's.
Is this what are the chances that if I put this address in, it's going to be like a mailboxes, etc. kind of thing?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But they have their own log format as well. That's called Xlog, which I'm sure is the same as.
Harvard Business Services, Inc. Form a business now.
Yeah.
It's a Delaware registered agent. So, yeah, there you go.
I would be if I needed one of these, which I don't, I would be very curious to order one and see if it just ships directly from China, because I would not be surprised at all.
Well, and what I'd be curious too is if you reach out to their support, how far have they gone? Have they made sure that they have a completely separate support portal so that it doesn't show up as coming from DJI or?
They do have their own app, which is very surprising to me. And it does look a lot like the DJI app.
Yeah, but also just copy paste and then, Control F for DJI, right? So
yeah.
Or better yet, just ask an AI to do that for you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then they have a tool that converts your Xlog to Rec 709 as well, because they shoot their own log format, which is probably just D-Log. But yeah, they have a 4. So if you need an Osmo Pocket 4, here you go, I guess. You get an Extra Muse 4.
Is it slightly cheaper than? Well, I guess we don't.
I mean, it's cheaper than an Osmo Pocket imported would be.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's about MSRP for an Osmo. This is about what I paid in Hong Kong for it.
And why can't we have DJI stuff again?
Well, China bad, as you know.
Okay.
So that's why.
We win that war yet?
Well, if you really think about it, the Strait of Hormuz is really kind of like the Long Island Expressway. I've heard
that. Yeah.
I don't really know how that relates.
I don't know what that
means.
I don't know what that means, and I'm not sure that the person who said it knows what that means either.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how that relates to the war really at all.
I feel like it would almost be more honest if they banned DJI and Insta360 solely to protect GoPro as a domestic brand.
Yeah. But they're not doing that either.
They're like foreign companies are trying to put GoPro out of business.
I mean, GoPro's doing that on their own. You don't really need foreign companies to do that. Though they did have something interesting that we didn't cover. They're making GoPros.
It's called Go Amateur. No, I'm kidding.
No, they're making a GoPro with interchangeable lenses.
Oh, what? Interchangeable lens camera. It'll never
Yeah, I
take
don't know
off
about that, right?
Yeah.
But it's the Mission 1 Pro ILS, which takes a micro four thirds lens.
Also, I'm seeing here that they have a new version. They have a camera. It's a Hero camera with a built-in like LED light, and it's called the Lit Hero.
Are they from Utah? Are these people from Utah?
I think so. Like yeah. Utah. Yeah. What if your GoPro had a built-in LED light on the front of it so that you could use it at nighttime? Yeah. Interesting that they've only thought of this now, I guess.
I know they're from San Mateo. Okay, they're not from.
Also, I noticed they've changed away from the classic GoPro mounting style to something new.
Yeah, I did notice that a little while ago. I don't know when they made that change.
Yeah, interesting.
But they did change it. But I think that having a interchangeable lens GoPro is interesting, though. Like, don't you kind of like lose the whole durability thing if you slap a micro four thirds lens on the front of it?
One would think that would, yeah, certainly it's going to be much more difficult.
Why wouldn't I just get a regular micro four thirds camera at that point?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what GoPro brings here, because like you lose so much durability and
well, listen, they won an Emmy for their 360 video technology, so
sure,
yeah.
And
they really want me to know that on the Max 2 product page.
And they also won a NAB Best in Show, and they went to the moon. So
okay.
Oh, and would you look at that? April 1st, GoPro to explore defense and aerospace market opportunities. Awesome. Pivot to government. That'll.
Yeah.
They're gonna put GoPro on a Reaper drone.
GoPro body cams on all the troops. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be GoPro Reaper drone.
Oh God, yeah. Well, we made it in time. We did.
Sorry, our schedule has been a little whack lately. We have been very busy.
Much has been happening, and much will continue to happen. Do you see that Ploopy has a trackpad too?
No, I can't imagine that's very good.
No.
Since nobody seems to be able to make a good trackpad except for Apple still.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a big like capacitive PCB, basically.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
It cannot be that hard to make a good trackpad, right?
Apparently it is. It is.
Apple just uses a touchscreen as the trackpad. Is nobody else like capable of doing that? I don't
I guess not. Yeah. It's somewhat perplexing.
Because every once in a while I'll go to Micro Center and I'll touch some of the Windows machines. And they have the worst trackpads I've ever felt on them. And I'm like, this computer is like $3,000. What are we doing? Yeah. Why is it like this? I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just, saying that a lot about everything these days, which is like, what are we doing here?
Yes.
What are we doing?
What's going on?
What's going on? I'm seeing here as well, there are some new hacks for the Humane AI pin that have turned it into a standalone Android-powered gadget. Probably more useful than it otherwise ever would have been.
Yeah, probably.
An open source project called Penumbra OS leverages a vulnerability to let you jailbreak the device.
Did you know that the Rabbit R1 still exists, by the way?
Interesting.
And they're still like making updates and stuff. They didn't go out of business.
Okay.
They have a new software version, apparently. This is Rabbit R1, another device that could have been really interesting if it was just like a quirky Android phone.
Yeah, right. Well, and who are they making updates for? The like 2 remaining users? Like what?
I mean, there must be more than that. I don't know. They hooked it up to OpenClaw, apparently. Maybe that's what people are using it for.
See, this is here's something I want to see more of. Asus ROG Zephyrus Duo It has a Core Ultra 9 and an RTX 5090 graphics, and it is two screens, two 16-inch 120 hertz OLED displays with a removable magnetic keyboard. Now, it's almost $5,000, and it's ridiculous, but I appreciate that they made a ridiculous thing that no one.
They should make more ridiculous things.
Yes.
Look, if you want a boring
ridiculous laptop, things like this.
If you want a boring laptop that performs well, that's what MacBooks are for.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like, if you're a non-MacBook laptop maker, you should be making things that are wacky.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Apple should make more wacky stuff too, but like, they're not going to. And so you can differentiate yourself by making some weird stuff like this.
I don't know. Do you think with the new CEO, we might see them branch out a little bit into stuff that's maybe less safe?
Yeah, probably. Considering the MacBook Neo is already kind of that.
Well, because that seemed like Tim Cook didn't know how to do that, or was just like very afraid of doing that, like trying something new. I mean, they did, I guess, with like the Vision Pro.
But I mean, he's a big like stay the course guy. I feel like
right, and like I feel like you know, yeah, like where is my like home control station screen HomePod mounted on a wall kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, bring me interesting things. There's plenty of stuff out there. Don't make me think of it.
I mean, that was Steve Jobs' whole thing, right? Being able to figure out what people wanted without having to ask.
Right. Yeah.
That was his whole like value proposition.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else seems to be interested in that these days.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I do like, from what I've heard, I think Turnus will be good. We will see. And you know what? Big thing in his favor.
Changes.
Big thing in his favor. He does not have an MBA.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yep.
That is actually quite,
well, he's like
good.
Actually an engineer type, isn't he?
Yeah. So, mechanical engineering at Penn, I think.
Well, okay, I'll allow it.
Like, it's still an Ivy, but you know, it's not one of the real ones.
But mechanical, you know.
Whatever. It's at least not like a business.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It could be worse. Well, we will talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
I'll see you.